Hey, good morning, everybody. Happy Tuesday. Uh, Sorry about that. Let's do this thing. This is the last warm up you'll have to do on a Tuesday in 2020. I know that makes some of you sad. Try to keep this guy in mind, all right? All right, what do we got here? Something for you to copy down, something for you to go try, and then come back and check your answers. Okay? All right, four warm-ups, four diamonds, and then four adding mixed numbers. And I got to tell you that you're going to end up with some improper fractions at the end. Mixed number, improper fraction. You want to simplify when you're done, okay? And then two portions webs, okay? All right, see you in a bit. All right, let's see what we got here. 36 and 13. 6 times 6 is 36, but 6 plus 6 is 13. Right? 6 plus 6. I'm sorry, it's not 13. It's 12. Anything else work there? 3 times 12? 3 times 12 is 36, but 3 plus 12 is 15. Oh, I got it. 9 and 4. 3 squared and 2 squared. All right, 3 and 5 tenths, 5 and 7 tenths. What will work there? About 5 and 7 tenths. When I add those, it's going to be 5 plus 7 tenths is 5 and 7 tenths, right? Because where's the decimal in the 5? If you had one, or you wanted to put one, it would go there, right? So 5 plus 7 tenths is 5 and 7 tenths. When I multiply 5 times 7 is 35. And this is already a whole number, so I don't have to pretend on that one. But in order to pretend this was a 7, I had to move it over one spot. So I have to go back one spot in my answer. Okay? 72 thousandths and 72 hundredths. How cool is that? I probably stumped everybody on that one, huh? Well, 6 times 12 is 72. And if I make both this a decimal and this a decimal, then when I go to add those, I line up the decimals, right? Oops, that's supposed to be a 0. And stack them, and then I can put in a 0 there so I don't get confused. And 60 plus 12 is 2. So that works. When I multiply, 6 times 12 is 2. But in order to pretend this was a whole number, I had to move this over once. And for this one, I had to move it over twice. That's a total of 3 spots. I moved decimals. I have to go back 3 spots in my answer. See how that works? Good one, huh? Oh, I like finding these stumper problems for you. Can anybody get this one? Did I stump you on 2 today? 3 plus 1 1/3 equals 4 1/3. And when I multiply 3 times 1 1/3, I get 3 ones, and 3 times 1/3 is 3/3. Well, what is 3/3 equal to? 1 whole. So I'm going to carry that over and make that just 4. Okay? Yes! Mr. Daniel, 2. Students, 0. A donut, right? Actually, maybe we're 2 to 2 if you got those. All right, let's see how you do on these. When you add, now lucky on all of these, I have like denominators, because that's the hardest part usually when you're adding or subtracting fractions or even mixed numbers, is when you got to change the denominator. Now, all you're going to have to do on these is add, and then you're going to have to simplify, because all of these are going to end up close to where you're carrying an improper fraction. 5 thirteenths plus 8 more thirteenths is a total of 13 thirteenths. And 9 plus 4 is 13. Man, whoever made this problem really likes that number, right? 13 is supposed to be an unlucky number. Okay, 13 thirteenths is 1 whole, so I carry that over, and this ends up being 14. Here I have 13 sixteenths plus 15 sixteenths. That's a total of 28 sixteenths. That's a lot. And then 9 plus 4 is 13. Carry the 1. And then 1, 6, and 1 is 8. So 83 and 28 sixteenths. Now hold on here. 28 sixteenths, that's more than a whole, huh? 16/16 is going to make that into an 84. And if I use 16, what's left? I have 12 left. Now, how do I get that 12? 28 minus 16. 8 minus 6 is 2. 2 minus 1. Pretty cool little trick, huh? You can do that if you're simplifying an improper fraction and you know it's just a little bit more than 1. Now, 12/16 I can keep simplifying though, right? Because 4 goes into 12 3 times and it goes into 16 4 times. So that is the perfect answer. That's not bad, that's a little better, that's perfect. You want to be perfect, right? Remember, you did not wake up to be mediocre. Where's my sign? You did not wake up to be mediocre. Oh, I think I have something on top of it. There we go. Yeah, Santa student brought me that. All right, let's do the next one. What we got here, 5/7 and 6/7 is a total of 11/7. 9 and 4 is 13. So 43 and 11/7, and you say, well, wait, that's improper. I'm going to use 7 of those 7s to make that into 44. And then if I use 7 of them, it will be left 11 minus 4. So 44 and 4/7. Okay? Next one, 17 of these things plus 11 more of these things gives me a total of 28 of these things. Those things are 24ths. 5 and 4 is 14. Carry the 1 up here. 1, 1, and 2 is 4. 44 and 28, 24ths. And you say, wait, that's improper. I'm going to use 24 of these 24ths to make that into a 45. And if I use 24, I have how many left? 28 minus 24 is 4. 24ths. And then hopefully you recognize that 4 fits into the top and the bottom. So this is the same as 45, and 4 fit into the top 1 time, and it fit into 24 how many times? 45 and 1/6. All right, last two. Remember these portions webs. What goes on top? A fraction. 1/5. 1/5. What goes over here? A decimal. How do you change a fraction to a decimal? Hopefully you're saying, you're screaming at me right now, divide the bottom into the top. Right? 5 does not fit into 1, and hopefully you're thinking, but it won't fit. So what do? Well, I want to do this because I wanted a decimal. So add a decimal. Turn 1 into 1.0. And now you say 5 goes into 1 2 times. So the decimal for 1/5 is 2/10. And think to yourself, what is 2/10? It's 2/10. And you could simplify 2/10 back to 1/5, right? Back where we started. Must have been right. Now, easiest thing in the world is to change a decimal to a percent. You just move it over 2 spots. This is not 2%. It is 2 spots over 20%, right? 0.2, boom, 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 on the egg carton. All right, hopefully you got all those. Now, change a percent to a decimal. Well, 2 spots the opposite way. Okay, if it was 40, boom, boom, now it's before the 4.4. How do I change a percent to a decimal? I mean, a percent to a fraction? Well, remember what percent means. Percent. How many years in a century? How many cents in a dollar? How many of these little guys in this whole long meter? Right? There are 100 centimeters in a meter, 100 years in a century, 100 cents in a dollar. Percent means per 100. Okay? And 40 per 100 is 40 per 100. Now, hopefully you didn't leave it like that. Even though you might get lucky at the test and not have to simplify, we want to go ahead and simplify. What's the biggest number that goes into both? 20 goes into 40 2 times, 20 goes into 100 5 times. Now, you might have first simplified that down to 4/10, right? Because 10 goes into 40 4 times, 10 goes into 100 10 times, and then realize that, hey, 2 goes into the top and bottom. These are both even. And they got that. 2/5. Now I'm going to color in 2 of these slices of pizza. Okay? And you can write it in words too. All right. Hopefully you knocked this one out of the park. Home run. Woohoo! All right. Have a good day, everybody.